Legends say you cannot wish upon the ocean. The ocean chooses you. Once every generation, the ocean calls to a single soul. Through dreams, through whispers, through the pull of the tide, Asteria has been chosen. But she doesn't know why. She doesn't know what the ocean wants. She only knows that her sister Pearl is dying. And the ocean is calling her name. Tonight, Asteria will descend into the deepest waters. Tonight, she will face Thalassa, the ancient voice of the sea. And tonight, she will make the choice that changes everything. Take a deep breath. Let the waves carry you down into the turquoise depths where magic still lives. This is the story of the girl who was chosen, the sister who sacrificed everything, and the mermaid who learned that some choices can never be undone. Are you ready to dive? The sun has not yet risen. On the shore of a small coastal village where the sea meets the sand, that magical moment when darkness and light blend together, Asteria sits on the rocks, her feet in the water, her long hair the color of midnight with hints of deep blue flowing down her back, moved gently by the morning breeze. 23 years old, but her eyes carry a weight much older, because Asteria has been hearing the voice for 3 months now. Every night when she tries to sleep, it comes, a whisper, like waves breaking on distant shores, like wind through underwater caves. Asteria, come to me, you are chosen. At first, she thought she was losing her mind, the stress, the fear, watching her little sister waste away. But then the dreams started, dreams of swimming, deeper than any human could go, breathing water like air. And at the bottom of the ocean, a figure, glowing, ancient, beautiful, and terrible. I am Thalassa, the figure says in every dream, and you, Asteria, have been called. Asteria looks at the horizon now, the first rays of sunlight painting the sky in shades of pink and gold. Beautiful. It should bring peace, but her heart is breaking. Because Pearl, her 15-year-old sister, her only family, is dying. A disease the doctors can't name, a wasting sickness that steals breath and strength day by day. 3 months ago, when the diagnosis came, the voice started. Coincidence? Asteria doesn't think so anymore. She touches the shell pendant at her throat. It was their mother's. She died when Asteria was 12, Pearl only 4. Before she died, she told Asteria something strange. If the ocean ever calls you, answer. Our family, we have old blood, very old. The ocean remembers. Asteria didn't understand then. She was just a scared 12-year-old losing her mother. Now, at 23, she's beginning to understand. A splash nearby. Asteria turns. A dolphin surfaces, sleek, gray, intelligent eyes watching her. Hello, Finn, Asteria says softly. She's known this dolphin since she was a child. He always appears when she comes to the shore, like he's been waiting. Finn clicks and whistles, circles closer. I know, Asteria whispers. Today's the day. I can feel it, the voice. It's louder now, insistent, like it's running out of patience. Finn makes a concerned sound. I have to go, Finn. Pearl doesn't have much time left. The doctors say weeks, maybe less. If there's even a chance the ocean can help. Her voice breaks. I have to try. Finn swims closer, gently bumps his nose against her hand. Comfort, support. Asteria smiles through tears. Will you come with me? Into the deep, Finn nods his head. A clear yes. Asteria takes a shaky breath. Behind her, the village is still sleeping, the house she shares with Pearl, where Dylan, her boyfriend of 2 years, will wake up soon and wonder where she is. She should have told him, should have explained. But how do you tell someone that the ocean is calling your name? That you might not come back? She left a note. That will have to be enough. Asteria stands, wades deeper into the water. The waves embrace her, cool, familiar, calling. Okay, Thalassa, she whispers to the sea. I'm ready. I'm answering. Show me why you chose me. The water seems to pulse, like a heartbeat, like the ocean itself heard her. Asteria takes one last look at the shore, at the life she knows, at the world above the waves, and then she dives down into the blue. The underwater world opens before her like a flower blooming. Blue, green, turquoise, silver light filtering down from above, creating moving patterns that dance across the sandy bottom. Asteria has always been a strong swimmer, better than anyone in the village. She can hold her breath for nearly 4 minutes, longer than should be possible. Old blood, her mother had said. Now Asteria understands. She swims deeper. Schools of fish part around her, recognizing something in her. Some ancient kinship. Through kelp forests that sway like dancers, past coral reefs exploding with color, orange, pink, yellow, purple. Sea turtles glide past unafraid. An octopus waves a tentacle in greeting. Finn swims beside her, staying close, protective, deeper, always deeper. The light begins to fade. Blue becomes darker blue, then deep indigo. Asteria's lungs begin to burn. She needs to surface, needs air. But the voice is stronger down here, pulling her. Come, Asteria, deeper. I am waiting. She kicks harder, ignoring her body's protests, trusting. And then something changes. Her lungs stop burning. The pressure eases. She takes an experimental breath, and water flows in. She should panic, should drown. But she doesn't. She can breathe, underwater, like it's the most natural thing in the world. Asteria's eyes widen in shock. She touches her neck, feels slits there. Gills, opening and closing, filtering oxygen from the water. What? She tries to speak, but only bubbles come out. Finn circles her, clicking excitedly, like he knew this would happen. Asteria looks down at her legs. Still human, still legs, but tingling, like something sleeping is waking up. She keeps descending. Now that she can breathe, there's no limit. She can go as deep as she needs. The water grows colder, darker. Strange creatures appear. Bioluminescent fish that glow like stars. A jellyfish trailing tentacles of soft pink light. An anglerfish with its eerie lantern. Down here, in the twilight zone, the ocean is a different world. Alien, beautiful, ancient. And then she sees it. A glow in the distance, not from any creature. This light is different, golden, warm, steady. Asteria's heart races. This is it. What she's been called to find. She swims toward the light, faster, hope and fear mixing in her chest. The glow gets brighter, and she sees its source. A massive underwater structure, not natural, built, carved from coral and stone, covered in bioluminescent algae that provides the golden light. A temple or palace, ancient, impossibly old, columns that stretch up like the legs of giants, arches carved with symbols Asteria doesn't recognize, steps leading down into darkness, and at the entrance, waiting, a figure. Asteria stops, hovering in the water, staring. The figure is beautiful, terrifying, neither human nor fish, something else entirely. Tall, easily 8 feet, skin that shimmers between blue and green and silver, like it can't decide which color to be. Long hair that floats around her head like seaweed, white as foam. Eyes that glow soft gold, ancient, knowing, infinite. And instead of legs, a tail. Massive, powerful, iridescent scales that catch the light and throw it back in rainbows. A mermaid, a real mermaid, but not like the pictures in children's books. This is something older, primal, a creature of the deep. The mermaid speaks, not with her mouth, in Asteria's mind. Asteria, daughter of the shore, carrier of old blood, you have answered the call. I am Thalassa, and I have been waiting for you. Asteria tries to speak. Bubbles come out. She's frustrated. Thalassa's lips curve in a slight smile. You need not speak aloud. Think your words. I will hear. Asteria concentrates. Can you really hear me? Yes. The ocean connects all who belong to it, and you, Asteria, belong here. You always have. Why? Why did you call me? Thalassa glides closer. Her movements are hypnotic, graceful. She circles Asteria slowly, studying her. Because you are one of the chosen. Every generation I call one soul from the shore, one who carries the blood of both worlds, land and sea, one who is compatible. Compatible with what? With transformation, with change, with becoming. Asteria's heart pounds. Becoming what? What you were always meant to be. A bridge between worlds, a guardian of the deep. Thalassa stops in front of Asteria. But I did not call you for me. I called you for her. Her? You mean Pearl? Your sister. Yes, I have been watching. I see all that happens in and around my waters. I saw her sickness, and I saw your desperation. Asteria's eyes fill with tears. Can you help her? Can you heal her? I can, but not as I am, not alone. Thalassa's glowing eyes hold Asteria's. The healing must come from you, from me, but I'm not. I don't have any power. I'm just human. No, Asteria, you are more than that. The old blood flows in your veins, mermaid blood, from your mother's line, going back centuries. Asteria's mind reels. My mother was part mermaid? Not part. Her grandmother was. Full-blooded. She fell in love with a human, gave up her tail for him, but the blood doesn't disappear. It just sleeps, waiting, skipping generations, and in you, Asteria, it woke. But if I have this blood, why can't I heal Pearl now? Why do I need you? Because the blood is dormant. Potential, not power. To unlock it, you must complete the transformation. You must stop being half of both worlds and become fully of the sea. Asteria goes cold. You mean become a mermaid? Fully. Yes. But then I couldn't. I could never walk on land again. Never breathe air. Never breathe air. Never return to your human life. Correct. Asteria feels like she's drowning again, even though she's breathing water just fine. So I save Pearl by leaving her forever? Yes. That's cruel. That is choice. Thalassa's voice is gentle but firm. True choice always costs something. A choice that costs nothing is not really a choice at all. But Pearl is only 15. She needs me. If I disappear, she will live. She will be healthy. She will have a full life, friends, love, children someday, all because of you. But she'll think I abandoned her. Perhaps, at first, but she is wise. She will understand in time. Asteria closes her eyes. This is impossible, an impossible choice. Thalassa continues. If you accept, the transformation will happen here, now. Your legs will become a tail, your lungs will close, your body will fully adapt to the sea, and the power will awaken in you, the healing power of the old blood. And then you will return to the shore. One last time, you will touch Pearl. The healing will flow from you to her, instantly, completely. She will be cured, and then I swim away, forever, forever. Silence. Just the sound of water, of Finn's worried clicks nearby. Asteria thinks of Pearl, her little sister, making breakfast with terrible singing, laughing at silly movies, crying on Asteria's shoulder after their first fight with a friend, Pearl in the hospital bed, so pale, so weak, barely able to whisper. "I love you, Asteria. You're the best sister anyone could have." Asteria opens her eyes. "If I say no, if I don't transform." Then you swim back to the surface, return to your life, and Pearl will die in approximately 3 weeks, maybe less. So it's not really a choice at all. It is the truest choice, because both options hurt, both cost something precious. That is what makes it real. Asteria's hands tremble. She looks down at her legs, human legs that have walked on the beach, danced at her high school prom, run to catch the bus. If she does this, she'll never walk again, never dance again, never feel rain on her face or wind in her hair above the water. But Pearl will live. How long do I have to decide? The time is now, Asteria. Pearl's life force is fading quickly. If you wait another day, even I cannot help. Finn bumps against Asteria, supporting her, whatever she chooses. Asteria thinks of Dylan, her boyfriend. They were planning to move in together next month. He wants to marry her. She can see it in his eyes, even though he hasn't asked yet. If she does this, she'll lose him too. She thinks of the life she'll lose: coffee in the morning, books, movies, the feeling of warm sand between her toes. And then she thinks of Pearl, healthy, happy, living. Asteria looks at Thalassa. If I do this, will I forget? Will I forget my human life? Forget Pearl? No, you will remember everything, always. That is part of the cost. You will know exactly what you gave up. Why? Wouldn't it be kinder to forget? Perhaps. But then the sacrifice would mean nothing. Love that forgets is not truly love. You must carry the memory so that your choice has weight, so that it matters. Asteria takes a deep, shaky breath of water. I need to see her. One more time, before I decide. No. What? If you surface now, you will talk yourself out of it. You will hope for another way. There is no other way. The choice must be made now, here, in the depths. Asteria's heart is breaking, but she knows Thalassa is right. She closes her eyes, sees Pearl's face, healthy, laughing, living. That's all that matters. I accept. The moment the words leave her mind, the water around Asteria begins to glow, soft at first, then brighter. Golden light, like sunlight through honey, surrounds her. Thalassa raises her hands. The transformation will not hurt, but it will be intense. Do not fight it. Let it happen. The light intensifies. Asteria feels warmth spreading through her body, starting at her feet. Her legs begin to tingle, not painfully, but undeniably, like they're falling asleep and waking up at the same time. She looks down and watches, mesmerized and terrified. Her skin is changing, becoming iridescent, scales forming, tiny at first, then larger, catching the golden light and reflecting it in shades of blue, green, silver, and purple. Beautiful. Like opals, like moonlight on water. Her feet are changing too, toes lengthening, webbing forming between them. And then, her legs begin to merge, slowly, naturally, like they were always meant to be one. Asteria gasps, or tries to. Water flows through her gills instead. A tail, a real tail, growing, powerful muscles forming. The scales shimmer and shift colors as they catch the light, and at the end, a fin, wide, translucent, like silk underwater. It spreads and she feels the water resistance against it. Powerful, made for swimming, for speed. She looks down at herself in wonder. She's beautiful, truly beautiful. But that's not all that's changing. Her lungs, the lungs that let her breathe air on land, are shifting, closing. The gills on her neck become permanent, her only source of oxygen now. She will never breathe air again, never surface for long, never walk on land, never. The reality hits her and she feels a moment of panic. What has she done? But as the warmth spreads to her chest, to her heart, and something awakens, power, ancient power, flowing through her veins, the healing power Thalassa spoke of. Asteria gasps. It's overwhelming, like electricity, like fire and ice together, like being filled with light. Easy, Thalassa's voice soothes in her mind. The power is strong, but you will learn to control it, to direct it. The light begins to fade, slowly, gently, and when it's gone, Asteria floats there, transformed, forever changed. She looks at Thalassa. It's done? It is done. You are one of us now, a daughter of the deep, a mermaid. Asteria looks at her tail again, flexes it experimentally. It responds instantly. She shoots forward through the water, faster than she's ever moved in her life. She laughs, a sound like bubbles and bells, the speed, the power, the freedom. For just a moment she forgets what she lost, just feels the joy of what she gained. But then she remembers. Pearl. She swims back to Thalassa. What do I do now? Now, you go to her, to your sister, touch her, and the healing will flow. And then you return here, to the deep. This is your home now, Asteria, forever. Tears form in Asteria's eyes, saltwater tears in saltwater ocean, invisible, but real. I understand. I know this is hard, Thalassa says, and for the first time, there's real compassion in her voice. But know this, you are not alone. The ocean is vast, but it is full of life, full of others like you. You will find companionship, purpose, even joy in time, but not Pearl, not Dylan, not my home. No, not them. But sometimes, Asteria, love means letting go, means giving up what we want so that others can have what they need. Asteria nods, understanding, hating it, but understanding. I should go before I lose my courage. Go, and know that what you do today will echo through generations. Pearl will live. She will have children, grandchildren, a whole line of life that exists because of your choice. That is no small thing. Asteria manages a small smile. Thank you, Thalassa, for choosing me, for giving me this chance. You are welcome, daughter. Now go. Your sister waits. Asteria turns. Finn immediately swims to her side. She realizes he looks different now, not because he's changed, but because she's seeing him through new eyes, mermaid eyes. She can hear his thoughts now, faint, but there, brave, proud, sad, here for you. She touches his head gently. Thank you, Finn, for everything. Together they swim upward, toward the light, toward the surface, toward the last time Asteria will see her sister, toward goodbye. Asteria surfaces near the shore where she started. Dawn has turned to morning. The sun is fully risen now. She stays in the deeper water. Her tail makes it impossible to go into the shallows. She looks at the beach, at the village, at the house where Pearl is, and her heart breaks all over again. Finn surfaces beside her, clicks softly, concerned. I know, Asteria thinks. I have to do this. She closes her eyes, concentrates, reaches out with her new senses, and she finds Pearl, feels her heartbeat, weak, fluttering, like a bird with a broken wing. Asteria's eyes snap open. Pearl is dying, right now, this moment. She has to hurry, but she can't go to Pearl's room, can't walk there, can't, and then she hears footsteps on the beach. She turns. Dylan, her boyfriend, running toward the water. He must have found her note, must have known she'd come here. "Asteria," he shouts. "Asteria, where are you?" Asteria's breath catches. She should dive, should hide. He can't see her like this, but she can't move, can't leave without saying goodbye. Dylan wades into the water, frantic. "Asteria, please," the note said. "What did you mean I have to save her? What are you—" He stops, he sees her. His eyes go wide, mouth opens in shock. They stare at each other across the water. "Asteria," Dylan's voice is barely a whisper. What happened to you?" Asteria opens her mouth, tries to speak, but realizes she can't, not aloud. Her voice is gone, part of what she gave up. She can only make sounds underwater now, dolphin-like clicks and whistles. Dylan takes a step back, fear and confusion in his eyes. Your legs, where are your—" He sees her tail breaking the surface, the iridescent scales, the fin. "Oh my God," he stumbles, nearly falls. This can't be real." Asteria's heart shatters. She reaches out her hand, pleading, wanting him to understand. But how can he? This is impossible. Dylan stares. And then something shifts in his face, from shock to realization. "Pearl," he whispers. "You did this for Pearl, didn't you?" Asteria nods, tears streaming down her face. "How? Why?" "Asteria, we could have found another way." She shakes her head violently. "Number, there was no other way." "But you can't—" Dylan's voice breaks. "You can't come back now." "Can you?" She shakes her head again, slowly, final. "So this is goodbye?" She nods. Dylan's face crumples. He wades deeper, close enough to touch her. "Asteria," he chokes out. "I love you. I was going to propose. Next month. I had a ring and everything." Asteria sobs, silent, heartbroken. "But you gave it all up, for Pearl, because you love her more than anything." She nods, "Because it's true." Dylan reaches out, touches her face. His hand is warm, human, everything she's losing. "You're the most incredible person I've ever known," he whispers, "and I will never forget you. Never." He leans forward, kisses her, one last time. It tastes like salt, like tears, like goodbye. When he pulls back, he's crying too. "Go," he says, "go save her. And know that I understand. I hate it, but I understand." Asteria wants to speak, wants to tell him she loves him, that she's sorry, that in another life she would have said yes to that proposal. But she can't. So she just looks at him, trying to memorize his face, his eyes, his love. And then she dives. She hears him cry out behind her, calling her name, but she doesn't surface again. She swims, fast, toward the house, toward Pearl. She can't walk into the house, but maybe. She swims to Pearl's window. It faces the beach, first floor, Pearl's room. Asteria surfaces just enough to see inside, and there she is, Pearl, in bed, so pale, so weak. But her eyes are open. She's looking out the window. She sees Asteria. Their eyes meet. Pearl's eyes widen in shock, in disbelief. Asteria raises her hand, presses it against the glass. Pearl slowly sits up, weak, shaking. She reaches toward the window. She touches the glass from the inside, palm to palm with Asteria. And the moment they touch, even with glass between them, the power flows. Golden light explodes from Asteria's hand, travels through the glass into Pearl. Pearl gasps, glows from within. The light spreads through her body, veins shining gold, healing, repairing, restoring. Pearl cries out, not in pain, in relief, in sudden overwhelming health. The light fades. Pearl takes a breath, a real breath, deep, full, no wheezing, no pain. She looks down at her hands, color returning to her skin, strength to her limbs. She looks up at Asteria, eyes wide. You, Pearl's voice is stronger, clear. You saved me. Asteria nods, smiling through tears. But why do you look? Are you? Asteria nods again. Pearl's eyes fill with understanding and horror. No, Asteria, what did you do? Asteria just looks at her, memorizing her little sister, healthy, alive. That's all that matters. You can't leave me, Pearl sobs. Please, there has to be a way to undo this. Asteria shakes her head, final. So I'm never going to see you again. A pause. Then Asteria nods to the window, to the beach. Maybe, sometimes, from far away. That's not enough, Pearl cries. You're my sister, my only family. I need you. Asteria places both hands on the glass, presses her forehead against it. Pearl mirrors her, forehead to forehead, glass between them. I love you, Pearl whispers, so much. Thank you for my life. I'll make it worth it. I promise. I'll live enough for both of us. Asteria smiles. That's all she needed to hear. She pulls back, takes one last look at Pearl, and dives. She hears Pearl screaming her name, banging on the window, but she doesn't stop. She swims down, deep, away, into her new life, into forever. Days pass, then weeks. Asteria explores her new world. The ocean is vast, endless, more than she ever imagined. She discovers underwater caves filled with crystal formations that sing when the current passes through. Fields of bioluminescent anemones that glow in the darkness. Mountains taller than anything on land, hidden beneath the waves. She swims with whales. Their songs vibrate through her new body, ancient, beautiful, mournful, and joyful at once. She learns to hunt, fish, octopus, the thrill of speed, of the chase. She finds other mermaids, not many. The old blood is rare, but there are some. They welcome her, teach her, show her the ways of the deep. Thalassa visits often, teaching, guiding, becoming something like family. But every night, Asteria dreams of the surface, of Pearl, of Dylan, of the life she lost. And every night she cries. Saltwater tears in saltwater ocean. One evening she's floating in the twilight zone, that in-between place, neither surface nor deepest depth. And Thalassa finds her there. You are grieving, the ancient mermaid says gently. Yes, Asteria replies. Her mental voice is stronger now, more confident. Do you regret your choice? Asteria thinks carefully. No, I would do it again. But it hurts. That doesn't mean it was wrong. It just means it was real. Wise words. You are learning. Learning what? That sacrifice and joy can exist together, that you can miss something and still be grateful for what you gained. Asteria looks up toward the distant surface. Is Pearl okay? She's thriving. She returned to school, made new friends. She talks about you, often, with love. Does she hate me? For leaving? No, she understands. She wrote you a letter. Asteria's heart skips. A letter? How? She threw it into the ocean in a bottle. It washed down to me. Would you like to hear it? Yes, please. Thalassa's eyes glow, and Pearl's voice fills Asteria's mind. Dear Asteria, I know you probably can't read this, but I need to try. I need you to know that I understand now what you did, why you did it, and I'm not angry. I'm grateful, and so sad. Because you're the best big sister anyone could ever have. You gave me my life, and I promise, I won't waste it. I'm going to live big, love hard, do amazing things, and every time I laugh, every time I'm happy, I'll think of you. And I'll say thank you to the ocean, to wherever you are. I love you, Asteria, forever. Your little sister, Pearl. Asteria is sobbing by the time the voice fades. "Thank you," she whispers. "Thank you for letting me hear that." "You are welcome, daughter. And there is more. She threw another bottle last week. What did it say?" "That she has been accepted to university. Marine biology. She wants to study the ocean, to feel close to you." Asteria laughs through her tears. "Of course she does. And there is something else." "What?" "Dylan. He comes to the shore every morning at dawn. He sits on the rocks where you used to sit, and he waits, hoping to see you." Asteria's heart clenches. I can't see him. It would hurt too much. Perhaps. But perhaps he needs to see you, to know you are, if not happy, then at peace." Asteria is quiet for a long time. "Maybe," she finally says, "maybe one day." "Whenever you are ready," Thalassa says, "the choice is always yours." 2 months have passed since the transformation. Asteria has adapted to her new life. She's faster now, stronger. She's learned to hunt, to navigate the currents, to read the moods of the sea. But she still misses them. Pearl, Dylan, home. One morning before dawn, she makes a decision. She swims to the surface, near the rocks, their rocks, and there, just as Thalassa said, is Dylan, sitting, watching the water, waiting. Asteria's heart pounds. She shouldn't do this, it will only hurt. But she surfaces, slowly, quietly. Dylan sees her immediately. He gasps, stands. "Asteria?" She nods. "You came back. I didn't think. I hoped, but..." She stays in the deeper water, safe distance. "You look..." Dylan shakes his head. "You look incredible, like something from a dream." Asteria smiles sadly. "Are you okay? Are you happy?" She pauses, then makes a so-so gesture with her hand. "Getting there." "Pearl talks about you constantly. Did you know she's studying marine biology? She wants to spend her life in and around the ocean, to feel close to you." Asteria nods. Thalassa told her. "And Dylan's voice breaks. "I miss you, every day, but I understand. What you did. Why. And I'm so proud of you." Tears stream down Asteria's face. "I brought you something," Dylan says. He pulls out a small waterproof box, opens it. Inside, a ring. The engagement ring he never got to give her. "I know you can't wear it," he says, "but I wanted you to see it. To know that, in another life, another time, we would have had forever." Asteria reaches out, touches the box, not taking it, just acknowledging. "I'm going to move away," Dylan says, "for work. To the city. And I think that's good. I need to start over, move forward. But I will never forget you. Never forget what you sacrificed." Asteria wants to speak, wants to tell him she loves him, that she's sorry, that he deserves every happiness. But she can't. So she does the only thing she can. She dives, comes back up with something in her hand, a shell. Beautiful, iridescent, like her tail. She offers it to him. Dylan takes it, holds it to his chest. "Thank you," he whispers. "I'll keep it always." They look at each other one last time. And then Asteria dives. This time it feels different. Not like goodbye forever. Like, see you later, because she realizes she can visit. Not often, but sometimes. When she's strong enough. She is the mermaid who chose, the sister who sacrificed, the girl who became myth. But she is also still Asteria. And Asteria loves, always will. Months turn into a year. Asteria has found her place in the ocean. She guards the reefs, helps lost sea creatures, sings with the whales. She has friends now, other mermaids, dolphins, even a sea turtle named Coral, named after her sister. And every few months she visits, surfaces near the rocks. Sometimes Pearl is there, sometimes Dylan before he moved. They don't speak, just see each other. Know the other is okay, it's enough. One night, or what passes for night in the deep, Asteria floats in her favorite spot, a kelp forest that sways gently in the current. Finn is with her, always, her loyal friend. She thinks about her choice, the life she gave up, the life she gained, and she realizes she wouldn't change it. Yes, it hurts. Yes, she misses them. But Pearl is alive, thriving, living a full life. That was worth everything. Thalassa appears from the darkness. You seem peaceful tonight. I am, Asteria replies, and means it. You have done well, daughter. You have adapted, thrived, become truly one of us. Thank you for choosing me, for giving me this gift. Gift? Thalassa sounds amused. Most would call it a curse. It's both, like most real things in life. Wise. You have learned much. They float together in comfortable silence. Thalassa, Asteria asks, will you choose another in the next generation? Perhaps, when the time is right, when someone else needs to be called. But there is no rush. I have you now, and you are enough. Asteria smiles. Family. She has family again. Different, strange, but real. She closes her eyes, lets the current rock her gently. And for the first time since the transformation, she feels it. Not happiness, not yet, but peace. Deep, true peace. She chose, she sacrificed, she transformed, and she would do it all again. Because love, real love, means giving, even when it costs everything. Asteria, the mermaid who chose, drifts off to sleep, dreaming of depths yet unexplored, of songs yet unheard, of a sister, healthy and happy on the shore. And in those dreams, she smiles. Because some choices, though they break your heart, also set you free.